Dear student, today I will discuss some basic facts related chapter framing the Constitution. The Constitution of India was framed between December 1946 and November 1949. The Indian Constitution, which came into effect on 26 January 1950, a constitution designed to keep the country together and to take it forward, had necessarily to be an elaborate, carefully worked out and painstakingly drafted document. The years immediately preceding the making of the Indian Constitution had been exceptionally tumultuous, a time of great hope but also of abject disappointed. On 15 August 1947, India had been made free, but it had also been divided. They manifested, in contrast, the two leading Indian political parties, the Congress and the Muslim League, had repeatedly failed to arrive at a settlement that would bring about religious reconciliation and social harmony. Many area related from our country face communal violence. During the period of the British Raj, approximately one third of the area of the subcontinent was under the control of Nawabs and Maharajas on alliance to the British Crown. The members of the Constituent Assembly were chosen on the basis of the provincial election of 1946. Apart from the members sent by the provinces of British India, the assembly also had representatives of the princely estates sent as these estates joined the union one by one. The Muslim League chose to boycott the early sittings, making it effectively a one-party show, as 82% of the members of the assembly were members of the Congress party. The decision within the Constituent Assembly were also influenced by the opinions expressed by the public. As the deliberation continued, the arguments were reported in newspapers and the proposals were publicly debated. Criticisms and counter criticisms in the press in turn shaped the nature of the consensus that was ultimately reached on specific issues. The Constituent Assembly had 300 members in all. Of these, 6 members played particularly important roles. These were representative of the Congress, namely Vallabhbhai Patel, Rajendra Prasad, and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Besides this Congress, a very important member of the assembly was the lawyer and economist B.R. Ambedkar. During the period of British rule, Ambedkar had been a political opponent of the Congress, but on the advice of Mahatma Gandhi, he was asked at independence to join the Union Cabinet as law minister. In this capacity, he served as a chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution. On 13 December 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru introduced the Objectives Resolution in the Constituent Assembly. He proclaimed India to be an independent sovereign republic, guaranteed its citizens justice, equality, and freedom, and assured that adequate safeguards shall be provided for minorities, backward and tribal areas, and depressed and other backward classes. A communist member, Somnath Lahiri, saw the dark hand of the British imperialism hanging over the deliberations of the Constituent Assembly. The executive was made partly responsible to the provincial legislature in 1919 and the almost entirely so under the Government of India Act of 1935 when elections were held in 1937 under the 1935 Act. The Congress came to power in 8 out of 11 provinces. There was a great need to create a political framework in which minorities could live in harmony with others and the differences between communities could be minimized. This was possible only if minorities were well represented within the political system, their voices heard and their views taken into account. This demand for separate electorates provoked anger and amongst most nationalists. The Objectives Resolution was presented in the Constituent Assembly on 13 December 1946 by Jawaharlal Nehru. It outlined and defined the ideals and objectives of the Constitution. India was declared as an independent sovereign republic. It assured justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity to all its citizens. It provided adequate safeguards to minorities. It also referred to the well-being of the backward and depressed classes. India would combine the liberal ideas of democracy with the socialist idea of economic justice. India would adopt that form of government which would be acceptable to its people. No impositions from the British would be accepted by the Indian people. India would be a federation. India would work for world peace and human welfare. The draft of constitution provided for 3 lists of subjects: union, state and concurrent. The subjects in the first list were to be the preserve of the central government, while those in the second list were vested with the states. As for the third list, here center and state share responsibilities. The right of the states were most eloquently defended by the Constitution. भारतीय संविधान का निर्माण भारतीय संविधान सभा द्वारा किया गया। भारतीय संविधान का निर्माण दिसंबर 1946 से नवंबर 1949 के बीच हुआ। भारतीय संविधान सभा के अध्यक्ष के रूप में डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद ने नेतृत्व किया। लगभग 300 सदस्यों की संविधान सभा के द्वारा काफ़ी विचार विमर्श के बाद भारतीय संविधान का निर्माण किया गया। भारतीय संविधान संसार का सबसे लंबा संविधान है। स्वतंत्रता के समय भारत पूरी तरह से बिखरा हुआ देश भी था। ऐसे में देश में एकजुटता और प्रगति के लिए विस्तृत तथा सूझबूझ पर आधारित संविधान आवश्यक था। 15 अगस्त 1947 को स्वतंत्रता दिवस पर आनंद और उम्मीद का वातावरण था, परंतु भारत के बहुत से मुसलमान और पाकिस्तान में रहने वाले हिंदुओं तथा सिखों के लिए यह एक निर्मम क्षण था। उन्हें मृत्यु अथवा अपनी पीढ़ियों पुरानी जगह छोड़ने के लिए चुनाव करना था। ब्रिटिश राज के दौरान उपमहाद्वीप का लगभग 1/3 भूभाग ऐसे नवाबों और रजवाड़ों के अधीन था जो ब्रिटिश ताज की अधीनता स्वीकार कर चुके थे। उनके पास अपने राज्य को अपनी मनमर्जी से चलाने की काफ़ी आज़ादी थी। मुस्लिम लीग ने स्वतंत्रता पूर्व की संविधान सभा की बैठकों का बहिष्कार किया, जिसके कारण उस दौर में संविधान सभा एक ही पार्टी समूह बनकर रह गई थी। सभा के 82% सदस्य कांग्रेस के सदस्य थे। संविधान सभा में होने वाली चर्चाएं जनमत से भी प्रभावित होती थीं। विभिन्न पक्षों के तर्क अखबारों में भी और जवाबी आलोचना से किसी मुद्दे पर बनने वाली सहमति या असहमति पर गहरा प्रभाव पड़ता था। ऐतिहासिक उद्देश्य प्रस्ताव नेहरू ने पेश किया था। यह प्रस्ताव भी उन्होंने ही पेश किया था कि भारत का राष्ट्रीय ध्वज केसरिया सफ़ेद और गहरे हरे रंग के 3 बराबर चौड़ाई वाली पट्टियों का तिरंगा होगा, जिसके बीच में एक नीले रंग का चक्र होगा। उद्देश्य प्रस्ताव के कई आदर्श थे, जिसमें से प्रमुख थे: भारत एक स्वतंत्र संप्रभुता संपन्न गणतंत्र है। भारत राज्यों का एक संघ होगा जिसमें ब्रिटेन के अधीन रहे भारतीय क्षेत्र, भारतीय राज्य तथा भारत संघ में सम्मिलित होने की इच्छा रखने वाले अन्य राज्य सम्मिलित होंगे। भारत संघ के क्षेत्र में स्वायत्त इकाइयाँ होंगी। संप्रभुता संपन्न स्वतंत्र भारत संघ, इसके अंग्रेजों को सभी अधिकार तथा शक्तियाँ जनता से प्राप्त होंगी। सभी भारतीयों को सामाजिक, आर्थिक और राजनीतिक न्याय तथा समानता प्राप्त होगी। सभी को धर्म, विचार, अभिव्यक्ति, उपासना, व्यवसाय आदि की मौलिक स्वतंत्रता होगी। अल्पसंख्यकों, पिछड़े वर्गों एवं कबीलों को पूरी सुरक्षा प्रदान की जाएगी। गणतंत्र को क्षेत्रीय अखंडता और इसके प्रभुसत्ता संबंधित सभी अधिकारों को सभ्य राष्ट्रों के नियमों तथा न्याय के अनुसार बनाए रखा जाएगा। भारत राज्य विश्व शांति तथा मानव कल्याण को बढ़ावा देने में अपना प्रमुख योगदान देगा। डॉक्टर बी.आर. अम्बेडकर को प्रारूप समिति का अध्यक्ष नियुक्त किया गया और उनके नेतृत्व में ही भारत के संविधान का प्रारूप तैयार किया गया और भारत का संविधान 2 वर्ष 11 महीने 18 दिन के पश्चात 26 नवंबर 1949 को बनकर तैयार हुआ, लेकिन यह 26 जनवरी 1950 को लागू हुआ।